Hello and welcome. So, I'm going to take a look at the Times Quick Cryptic Crossword, and this is being published on Wednesday the 28th of May 2025. I've got a very special puzzle in two ways today. As you can see, it's number 3000, and it's been set by Felix. Now, Felix is the pseudonym of Richard Rogan, and it actually says on here, it says, this is the last quick cryptic crossword compiled by the late Richard Rogan. So Richard Rogan was the editor of the crossword until about this time last year when he died um, at a younger an age in his early 60s. I think he was. I'm having a little bit of a choke moment here. So yeah, a little bit sad this one. Um, I have always, I was going to say I've always struggled with his puzzles. Even though it's all very bittersweet, I've always struggled with his puzzles because he's very precise on his wordplay. He's not obvious in his anagramming, and there's always a theme with the Felix puzzle. So I don't know if I'll spot that theme. Maybe look for it afterwards. But having said all that, we've had two puzzles this year by Felix, and they took me 12 and 13 minutes. So that isn't too bad, but I'll often be out in 20 last year, 28, 25, and one. But the first puzzle last year took me an hour to slog through. So I have no idea what this is going to bring, but final chance to enjoy. So anyway, I'm going to reset timer and crack on. The work of Johnson, say, or that of Pepys embracing Newtonic. I said that was dictionary, but I can't. He was. I'm going to put that there, but I can't see Samuel Pepys. Not sure why. Dance with drink and graduates a rumba. This is. Let's go over here. D. Meaning to dine in if working. That looks like an anagram. Dine in if to dine in. Meaning. Definition. Very good. So we've got a bit of a crosswordy theme here, I'd say, in its way. My chef isn't finished. Cook. At home in. Drink one had is tasteless. Insipid. Sip. ID. I had. Yep. Most modern and cosy home we must visit. Nest. Newest. Okay. Yep. Well, I have to say this is going very well so far. Wombat, surely, is an Australian native without means to without pat. Clean one's teeth. Floss, having fluorine. Clean one's teeth, having fluorine deprivation. I'm sure that's floss. I'm just going to go with it. Veteran fighter with arrow. He's shot. Don't know. Nut I chop is a pistachio, I think. I need to go back. I'm just kind of biffing these at the moment. Final goal. Goal is a final. End. End is a goal. Definition is not right then. Definition is correct, I'm sure of it. Definition. Definition, yeah. Sure it's right. US DJ receiving kiss in Tuesday party. Tuxedo. US DJ, yes. Dinner jacket. Tusked creature used to be grabbing a large sort of football. Rhino. Elephant. No returning on. The totally one as counts. All things considered. On account. Don't know. Send message to reserve standard publication. Send text. Text thing, isn't it? Text. To reserve text bar. What's that though? Not net. Net. Final. Net. Goal is a net. Yep, net. On something. Okay, let's go back to these. Snack to show off on board. Does that do ships or chess? A bad actor with Oscar from Western City. Ham O from West. Omaha. Displayed by nobleman, a gem enticing handling. Gosh, not sure what that is. This one, ancient religion seen in there is that an anagram? A hidden word, sorry. Seen in early diagram. Ancient religion seen in early diagram. Lydia? Let's go with that being Lydia, I'm not sure. Cockney cuts audibly using this. Cockney cuts audibly using this. All cuts. You don't call. Cut with an awl, do you? You poke holes. Cuts. This was evasive person vexed eel. Okay. Did I look at this one? No, I didn't. Extremely useful to put in reliable senior doctor. Oosh. Veteran fighter with arrow. He's shot. Veteran is a so just an anagram of arrow. He's shot. Is that pistachio? Pistachio looks like pistachio. Yeah. Fighter could be Ollie. Arrow. He's shot. Should be a sh, shouldn't it? Arrow. 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 Wombat without means. Yeah, initially. Wobat. W-O, yep. Tusk creature used to be grabbing large sort of football. Excellent payment. Finally one is solvent. Excellent is A1. Payment is a fee. Finally one. Oh, just hit a complete block now. First puzzle that's complicated in game. That's an enigma. That's an anagram. Oh, enigma. This is snack to show off on board. Snack. Hot dog? Yes, to show off is a hot dog, isn't it? I think. So that suggests that probably is Lydia. Text message to reserve. Standard publication is the textbook. Is to reserve, isn't it? On no return. On balance. Okay. This one displayed by nobleman a gem. Is that going to be an? Is that a hidden word? Management. They are management. Very good hidden word, in fact. Wow. Management. Axe. Hacks and axe. Yep. That must be Lydia then, was it? L-Y-D-I-A. Yep. L-Y-D-I-A. And what's this? Finally, one is solvent. Tusk creature used to be grabbing large sort of football. And this, extremely useful to put in reliable senior doctor. Place, no. Excellent payment. Finally one is solvent. Finally one, could be an E for finally, or one T. Acetone, acetone, okay. Acetone. This creature used to be, was, walrus, okay. Okay, I am the walrus, but not there. What is that? Veteran fighter with arrow he's shot. I need to write that out horizontally, I think. A something. That looks like it should be an arrow he's shot, but warhorse. Yeah, warhorse. I have to have a look at why that's warhorse. Yeah, okay, yeah. Which just leaves this one to be something O, something S, something L, something A, something T. Consonant, consonant, extremely useful. Extremely useful is to put in. Is that a UL there? Consultant, consultant now, consultant. There we go. What's gone? What's not happening? 742, consultant. Why is that not working? Okay. Oh, I'm putting it in the dictionary. I'm 752. How did I not type? How did I not spot and finish that off? Okay, I'm going to give myself that as a. I'm going to take the time off when I come back to it later. Right, wow, 7:52. Okay, great. Now let's try and work out what's going on. And I want to see if there's a theme there. I'm not sure really. I mean, obviously, dictionary and definition provide a theme. Management consultant is a pairing. On balance. Normally, these themes are a little bit more interesting. I want to say interesting than that. There's normally a one behind it. Not a good theme spot unless it's really obvious. I don't know. Okay, let's go through this because I've got no idea of what some of these clues. The work of Johnson. So Samuel Johnson wrote the first dictionary. Say all that of Pepys embracing new tonic. Okay, so we've got tonic is an anagram in the middle of that, so that's the new tonic. And then diary. Oh, Pepys is diary. D-I-A-R-Y. Wow, that's a clever construction. Wow. Okay, so clean one's teeth. If you clean one's teeth, you floss, don't you? Okay, fluorine is F in the periodic table, and deprivation is loss. Australian native is the wombat. Without is WO. Means initially is an M, and then so the initial means initially is the M, and then to play cricket is to bat. Okay, final is so we've got double definition here of final and goal. So if you net the ball in goal, you score a goal in football, then you net, and net your net salary as opposed to your gross salary is your final salary, what you get after tax. Nut, pistachio is a type of nut, which is an anagram of I chop as it's, and cracked is your anagram indicator. We've got the USTJ, so the US word for a dinner jacket is a tuxedo. Receiving a kiss, which is the X, in a Tuesday, T-U-E, party is a do. We've got the walrus, which is a tuxed creature. Used to be is was. Grabbing L for large, and sort of football is RU for rugby union. That's a little bit tough. No wonder I couldn't spot that one immediately. No returning is saying start with on, put no backwards. And then the total in one's account is the balance. And all things considered is phrase, on balance I'd say I'm okay. Evasive person is an eel, okay. Vexed, avoiding the odd items, so just go for the even second, fourth and sixth letters of vexedly, is eel. A hot dog is a type of snack, and to show off on board, I'm not sure what quite the board is, but if you show off your I guess on board a plane or something. I've just been watching Top Gun Maverick actually, and your hot dogging is showing off. Omaha is one of the US cities. We've got A is in the clue. Ham is a bad actor, and O for Oscar is NATO phonetic alphabet from the west. So read that from the west gives you Omaha coming east. US city. Displayed by nobleman, a gem enticing handling. Gosh, so handling is management, and then displayed by saying there's a hidden word across. Nobleman, a gem enticing. Wow, good hidden word. On the downs, definition is the meaning. Talk about those a lot. And then we've got an anagram of to dine in if, and working is your anagram indicator. Okay, you might say cool. You might say core or oh my. That's the definition. And a chef is a cook, but it isn't finished, so cook becomes coo. At home is in. A drink is a sip, and one had is I had id, which gives you insipid, which is tasteless. The most modern is the newest. A cosy home is a nest, and we must visit, so put we into that. A dance is the rumba, a drink is rum, and graduate is a BA, Bachelor of the Arts. A veteran fighter is a warhorse, which is an anagram of arrow, he's, and shot is your anagram indicator. I'm not quite sure why I was having problems seeing that anagram. The H, for some reason, was kind of I was blind to where the H was. Even though I had the H in pistachio, I was blind to it, even though it's there in he's. And I knew it was these because I tried to put it down there first. For some reason I was blind, so I couldn't quite get my head around that anagram. Extremely useful to put in reliable doctor. Gosh, what have we got here? So I think extremely useful is the UL, and reliable is constant. Yeah, so put UL into constant gives you a senior doctor who is a consultant. To send messages is to text, and to reserve if you book a table you reserve the table, and the standard publication is the textbook. Excellent is ace. Payment finally is the T of payment, and 1 is in the clue, which gives you acetone, which is a type of solvent. A puzzle is an enigma, which is an anagram of in-game, and that's complicated is your anagram indicator. The ancient region, sorry, the ancient region, I said religion, didn't I? Ancient region is Lydia. I don't know where that is, but seen in is telling you it's a hidden word across early diagram. And finally, a cockney cuts. So if you hack something, if you're a cockney, then you might axe it. Yeah, cuts is hacks, axe sound like is, so audibly it's telling you to sound like, and using this you use an axe. So you use an axe to cut things. Cockney would say he hacks his, where you or I might hack it or hacks it, he'd axe it, and audibly saying that sound like. So there we go, all done. I cannot see the if there is a more there must be a more complicated thing going on in that clue. Hang on. I've just stared for a few minutes and see if there is a theme here. I can't spot it beyond the fact we've got dictionary and definition and textbook, but I would expect a few more words than that, and maybe consultant. If we're going to enigmas kind of crosswordy. But anyway, I mean, yeah, number 3000. So this is the, these started back in March 2014, I think. You can buy, if you want to try some of the old puzzles, you can buy them on, buy the books of them from Amazon or wherever you want to buy them, and they've got basically 80 to 100 puzzles per year, and there must be, well, I've done the first 4 books, plus I started on book 6 or 7 I think when I started doing them, but yeah, basically there's 1 per year. So anyway, thank you to Richard Rogan for his lovely final puzzle there. Rest in peace.